Well, hello, good evening. How are we all today? Lovely to see you. Sorry, I'm just glancing over there to say hello because that's where all your messages come in. Once again, we've tried to go live on Instagram and we downloaded a sort of plugin and all the rest of it, but it's not happened again. So if my husband suddenly comes bursting through the door to try and resolve it, that's what it is. So how are we? Hello Pauline, hello Sue, hello Facebook user. I'm so sorry, it still does that. Whoever said hello Julia and everyone, I'm so sorry it's not giving me your name. So we're back, and today I thought we could make a journal using the digital collection. Now I don't know if this is going to apply to anybody that's here, but honestly I told you it would come down. I told you it would come down, so sorry if there's going to be fiddling. I did, I pressed the green button and everything. So, I have been getting lots of emails from Create and Craft and from customers saying that they've not been getting their digital kit, that it's missing. That's because I can't post a digital kit. It is a downloadable product and it should be available within your Create and Craft account. So if you go into your account, it should have somewhere your downloads. You click on that and you download it. For some reason, some people aren't getting the papers. I don't know, that's an issue with Create and Craft, but if you're having any problems, let me know. Hi Julie, hi Dominique, how are you all? Lovely to see you. So are you going to fiddle or are you going to let me do my live?
As long as you're live, it's fine.
I'm live. We'll worry about Instagram another day, I think. Right, so let's start crafting. I thought we would make a little book. So let's do that. I will obviously fiddle around with the lighting so that you can see what we're doing. Okay, so let's switch around first of all. Oh, look, how pleasant. Right, let's get it so you can see. See, all of this is vanity just because, you know, my face in the harsh light looks horrific. So, as we know, with your digital stamps, you can flip them. Sorry if I sound distracted, it is because husband is just beside me fiddling. So let's just hope we don't have another broken light incident on our hands. He's laughing, but you know, that is what happened last time he tried to fiddle while I was live. Hello Alison, how are you? So I'm going to this was going to be a demo. It was going to be last week's live as well. So I'm going to talk you through some of what I've done because I've actually got it to a certain stage. So as we know, we can flip our digital stamps. So I mean on this occasion they're slightly different sizes, but on the one that I've done, I have printed it off this way and this way. Okay, then knocking my lipstick over. Then what I have done is I have glued it to some cardboard. So as we can see, we've got you can just about see through the gesso there, a bit of Amazon packaging. I had to gesso over because if I'd been on television, sorry, if you're wondering at the voice, there's boxes popping up so I can't see what I'm doing, and now I can't see the comments, sweetheart.
Okay.
So this is, I have popped a bit of gesso on the background, and then I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll hold that close to the camera. We've got a little bit here that I have painted on, and I have done that using this Get Crackled gel. Is everyone hearing those clicks? Is that annoying or are you okay? So I've used the Get Crackled gel in Amber, which is also on my website, and I've just added it to the edges. So the reason that we flipped it is this is going to be the front and back of a little journal. That's the plan. So to create my journal pages, all I did was, we can make one together and then now I'll pull in the ones that I've made, is I've just taken card. As you can see from the ones that I've done, it is card that's being used. We've got a few background papers, mop-ups, stuff that's sort of sat needing to be used but not quite got round to it yet. So all I did old school. Of course, if you have the Brothers Scan and Cut, hello Caroline, if you have the Brothers Scan and Cut or something like that, you could just put the shape into your Scan and Cut, and I have one, It sat on the shelf. It's the most useful ornament ever. I keep contemplating getting a new one, which is ridiculous because I've never used that one. But the reason that I struggle with that one is because you have to kind of get the settings right for the surface that you're using. And the newer ones just automatically, oh, you can't even see that. Can you see that? There we go. So on there, we've just drawn a little line, and I'm actually going to cut that out by hand on this particular occasion. And then we will put the book together, and then we will decorate a page together. So I roughly have an idea of what I'm doing, but other than that, we're just winging it. So who has got their collection? Who's had it arrive? I know I'm beginning to see, well, I know people that have arrived it because I'm getting all these panicked emails saying, where's my digital collection? So I think next time we do a digital collection on the television, I'm going to have to make it a lot clearer that the download is in your account. It's not something that's posted out, but we'll get there. Hopefully everyone will work it out. So I am going to cut around this and get to watch me fussy cutting. It's beyond exciting, I appreciate. Just so that I've not just talking through lots of it, but actually showing you some of the process. Oh, we are, apparently we're live on Instagram now according to this thing. How long it'll stay there. It's also going to be this random thing that'll have started halfway. So if you have joined me from Instagram, I'm sorry that there's not been a nice little introduction. We're still trying to get the tech to work, but in future, hopefully the videos will be much more professional. I don't know if anyone...
It might be that way.
Pardon?
It might be that way rather than that way on Instagram.
If there's any of my team here that are on Instagram, do you mind just giving it a little check to see if it's on and whether the orientation of it is right? Is it portrait or is it landscape? It can help me problem solve our issues. I'm just impressed that there's been no tea and lights crashing over me so far. So, right, so there we have our page, and what I have done is I have created quite a lot of them, and I'm just going to pop them together like that. And there we have our sorry, I'm getting boxes put in front of my face, so I can't see what I'm doing and I can't see your comments, so it's very helpful. Thank you. So I'm going to do this, and then with the wonders of the crocodile, we will turn it into a journal. So I do have somewhere some jump rings. So should we have, I don't know whether to do like one big ring or whether to have like two. Whilst we're contemplating that, let's put some gilding wax on. Let's put some gilding wax. He's still fiddling, so I'm just going to check Instagram myself because I can't focus.
Where do you find it?
I can't see anything on there just now. Oh, sorry. I can see Sarah Davis going up a mountain, but I can't see me. No, I can't see anything just now.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so I am going to get some gilding wax and just emphasise the crackles that we have. I'll try and bring this slightly closer to camera. Ooh, nice. I wonder if I did it on the side one, whether I get a better angle. So, there we go. And I'm not just sort of holding it in mid-air, it makes it slightly easier. I always get it caught in my, oh, I just love gilding wax. It just makes everything so lush. I want to put the holes in the journal though before you can't see me live on Insta, but not sure where to find them. Thank you, Alison. He's gone now, but I mean, to be honest, from what I can see here, it looks like it should be streaming, so I don't know what's going on, but he's determined that we're going to be streaming live on Instagram at the same time. It would be handy, but so far we've just not got the tech to join in. Oh, thank you, Sue and Alison, for checking. I don't know what's occurring. Right, so how pretty does that look? There we go. So the reason I wanted to do this is because a lot of people kind of say, oh, I don't do digital crafting, and the biggest thing I kind of want to say to people is once it's printed, it's a physical product. So all the gorgeous things that you do, all the mediums, all the playing that you do, you can do just as easily with a digital product as a physical product, because as soon as it's printed, it is a physical product. Let's just get that on the back as well. So I'll put the back to this angle because it's better for seeing. There we go. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I'm sorry we didn't have I should have done one before I went down to Create and Craft, but as you all know, things have been up in the air with my daughter not being well, so I ended up having to see to her, and then last Monday I was travelling home from Create and Craft, so we have missed a couple of weeks, but I don't think I'm going anywhere for a while, so we should be fine. And this one I've actually put some across the base of it. So with the crackle gel, so this is the crackle gel here. With the crackle gel, if you put it on thick, you get like a really thick crackle, and then if you put it on more finely, you get like or thinner, you get a finer crackle. Now I'm just going to, this chair's all squeaky. Oh, you're welcome. Glad you managed to get hold of Sammy the snail. Right, let's just pop this back here, because with the Pebble gilding wax, it's a furniture grade, and it means you can buff it, which is just really cool. Right. So, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Okay, so let's get some holes in here. I'm thinking two. I don't know whether to do two or one. Maybe one there and one there. Right, let's go for that. I'm going to go further in. So we'll go one there and one there. And I'll show you how. I'll not do all the pages just now because I don't want it to take forever. The other thing I'd quite like to do is add a load of fibres and ribbons to the jump rings. I'm just going to try and get this. So I'm going through both of the bits of cardboard for just now, so that I get that nice and evening. I know, I'm sorry, Pauline. It just completely went. I didn't expect it to go so quickly, to be honest. And it's just, do the digital stamps, Cullen? They come both. They come both coloured and in black and white. Right. So then I'm going to take my extra pages that I've made, and then through the holes that I've made, I would just sort of mark it like so, and then I would, where the marking is, then come in with my crocodile again and cut them again, and then that way I'm ensuring that the hole is the same in all of them. So I'll do another one, but I'm not going to do loads because obviously that will just get a little bit boring to watch, but it will give us an idea. Obviously it's not always going to be 100% accurate, that one's not, but I think by the time you get your fibres in and the book's nice and chunky and all of this sort of stuff, it will be alright. Be alright in the end. So we'll do that. And chop them in. Right, so that is sort of the basis for our book. Let's do a page, and then we can put the page in the back and the front together with jump rings so you've got an idea. And then the other thing that I've done is I've cut out extra of this. Actually, let's do that first. I've cut extra of those out so that we can decoupage it somewhat. So let's see what we've got. Yeah, I'm sorry about the ephemera. So we did buy loads, but the thing is with the ephemera, you can't... The reason that we couldn't do extended delivery in Create and Craft is because the length of time it takes to have ephemera made. So it takes between 6 to 8 weeks, and that sort of goes out with where Create and Craft are happy for you to do extended. So we had to sort of leave it as was. And also the quantity that you have to order, it would have been fine if I was ordering that quantity to go on the Create and Craft show, but it's not the sort of quantity that I think I'm likely to move on my own. So unfortunately, I don't think the ephemera is coming back, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Right, so unfortunately, I've done this on copier paper. I can tell I've chopped. I'll just do the one layer for just now. We can chop it up. So what I can do is, let's kind of chop into this a little bit, and we'll stick it on, and then we'll just get a little bit of extra dimension. Yeah, it should be on my website very soon. And as I said, to be honest, the majority of the ephemera, so there was exclusive parts in each section. So there was a few images within the ephemera that are not in other, not in the stamps or the digital kit. But the bulk of the images that were in the ephemera are actually in the digital kit. So you will actually have the majority of the images, so you will sort of get the images, and they are pre-coloured, so you can sort of pop them out, and then I'm more than happy for you to use them in your scanning cuts or your crickets and things like that if you want them cut out for yourself. I'm just going to add this to a bit of foam for just now, just to build up this. I would like to have that flower up again. If I happen to see one whilst we're crafting, I will do that. Same with this rose. I'd quite like this rose and this rose just up again. I did have it at one point. Oh, hang on, there's a rose. So is that? I think that might be this one. I might come across the one that was meant for there at some point. Is Kezia feeling better? She's getting there. So apparently pneumonia takes about 6 months to get over. She's not done a full week of school yet. So she did try and go back last week, and she managed the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but she was off school the Thursday and the Friday. We're on half term now, so she's off at the minute, and we'll be back on Wednesday. So we'll see how we go. We tried to take her for a walk the other day because we're like, come on, it'll be good for you, but she definitely doesn't have the same. It didn't take her long before her chest was feeling sore, and we had to kind of turn back, but we're getting there. I just keep telling myself spring is coming, and hopefully with the warmer weather she will improve. Right, so there we go. That's the cover, and we're beginning to get a bit of dimension on that. As I said, quite like to do that flower, but let's just create a page. with what we've got. Does anyone think they will end up creating a shaped journal? You can also do a card. But the reason I started doing a journal was that lots of people, lots of my team made the shaped card. So I thought I'd do something different. I do have one in my stash somewhere. Right. So, let's do a page. Let's see what we have in this kit. Now, trouble is, because hubby was standing here, he's felt the need to move everything. It's very nice of him. Right, honestly, this digital kit is huge. I don't even know what I've got. Let's I want a paper. I know I want a paper. Got the ombre. That's quite cute. I've got a bit of a scrap of that. Right, let's just see what occurs. Let's just see what occurs. But right now I have no idea. You finally got rid of the cough since mid-December. You took strong antibiotics and steroids for 5 days. Oh, I know, it's rotten. There's like so many people having a really rough time of it. So, yeah. Glad you're feeling a bit better now, but that is good. Right, I am going to just stick some glue over this page. But at least with us having made a journal with this tonight, it means we can be revisiting it. And there's lots of, I know that the Bumble Buzz collection will work with this perfectly, but quite frankly, as we know, I am obsessed with bees. So there's a lot of the JMC products that would actually work perfectly with this. I'm going to go this way so we've got green at the bottom. In my head that works because it's kind of like grass at the bottom and a pink sky in the back. So let's just glue that down. I've just taken the excess paper off first. I find it's much easier to fussy cut if you just get rid of the bulk of the gump first. If you've got less paper at the side of you as you're cutting, it just seems to go much smoother. Sorry, I feel like all you've watched me to do today is fussy cut. I'm sorry if that's not overly exciting. Good evening, how are you? Lovely to have your company. Unfortunately, you're coming up as Facebook user to me, so I am sorry. I think anyone who is watching this via the group, for some reason, Restream doesn't like to give me your name. It's a little bit naughty like that. Okay. There we go. And I quite like, oh, this is attached to it, was attached to a card. Look at that. So just remove that, because I want this bit of paper. Going to fussy cut that and add that to this side, and then we'll see. I'm going to get some inks, because what I do find is when you do something like this, quite frankly, that just looks terrible right now. You know, you can tell it's been hand cut, it doesn't look that great, but that's when I like to put bit of ink around the edges and things like that, a little bit of doodling, and then we sort of make it work. It looks less, I don't know, raw. Adding all the extra little details to it just helps, I think. So I'm giving this a bit of a border because, quite frankly, the same colours, so there's same colours throughout the whole kit. So I know that the ombre is the exact same colour tones as these, even if it's not in exactly the same place. So if I just cut it with this little border, it's going to, see what I mean? It's going to sort of blend in and look like it should be part of it anyway. Oops. Okay. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to let some of it overhang, but I'll just sort of cut round this edge bit. Oh, you got sent home from work. Oh dear, you had COVID a few weeks ago. You managed to feel better last Friday, but nasty cough. Oh, I'm so sorry. Feels like everyone's been poorly. It's so hard in the winter, isn't it? Just so much going on. Spring's coming. I'm sure we'll all feel better in the spring. Right. Oh, that's so pretty. I like it. So I'm going to keep this bit here because I quite like that. And I'm just going to take away the edges down here. And then we will give it some Distress Ink treatment, I think. There we go. Oh, so cute. Right, let's get a mat and some ink. Actually think I am going to go, I think I've got some salvage patina somewhere. There we go. So, because I think that's a bit softer. I've got salvage patina and kitchen. I'm like, oh sorry, I've got the hiccups for some bizarre reason. Please bring spring here. Too damp these days. I know. Spring needs to come. Right. I think I'm going to go with the gradient. So we've got this sort of like greeny colour here, and then it goes into a pink. So I think I'm going to sort of use salvage patina and then move into the kitsch flamingo. I think that'd be the plan. So pretty. That's what I mean. It starts to, the rough edges just start to look a little bit better once we sort of give them a little bit of inky treatment and a bit of doodling. It doesn't seem to look quite so nasty. I tend to find if I just leave it as is, it's a little bit kind of like, ew, yes, well, I can tell you cut that by hand. I never seem to get coughs and colds until after I had the first bit of COVID. Yeah, do you know, I've got a friend and he's like been really healthy his whole life, never picked up anything, and he got COVID and he just seems to get absolutely everything now. He's got another chest infection now. COVID's got a lot to answer for. Oh, I've brought that bit further into the page than I intended. Never mind. It's a bit, shish kebab's not quite what I planned. Disguise that somewhat. Oh, excellent. And Angelica, hopefully should be with you very soon. Did you order it from Create and Craft? If you ordered it from Create and Craft, you should have your digital collection already. It's in your account. You need to go into your account and download the files. Also, for some bizarre reason, some people are not getting the papers, so if that occurs, let me know and I can email you and sort it all out. Right, I have some bits and pieces here from the so for those that didn't get it on Create and Craft and are disappointed at the fact they didn't get the ephemera, this is all DigiKit. So this is DigiKit. So all these images are still DigiKit. Okay, so you do get the bulk of the images that were ephemera. You get them as a digital thing. It's just obviously you have to print them off yourself, and you have to my brain, print them off yourself and cut them out. Right, I need to do something to hide this awfulness. So where did the hexagon paper go? Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to put some hexagons there, if I can find the paper again, which is quite frankly debatable, because I don't, oh hang on, here we go, hexagons. The trouble is I have loads more bee ideas. It's like, how many times can I get away with doing bumblebees? Did a little shopping trip today with my daughter. Went for lunch somewhere specifically so that I could get ideas and inspiration for the next collection that I'm working on. Well, I'm simultaneously working on about 3 at the minute, quite frankly, but we'll see how that all goes. Working on a digital collection, I've discovered that colouring humans digitally is not as easy as colouring bees digitally. So I'm trying to work on that. I love this collection, but we'll wait till you sell it on your website. You did, and you love the papers. It didn't get the link to the ephemera though, just the papers. Oh, Angelica, I really don't know what Create and Craft have done, and it's like, you should have the whole kit. So if you go back on, apparently, so people were sort of telling me that they'd only got the papers, and then I spoke to Create and Craft and they fixed it and they've updated it so that the whole download is there. But now I'm getting some people saying that they've got everything but the papers. So if you go back onto your Create and Craft account and go to where you download it, the full kit should now be there. If it's not, just email me and I will email you the kit, because it's getting to that stage now that I'm actually just emailing people myself with the kit. So no, it should all be there, but I'm not quite sure what's happened. Some form of technical issue. I don't know, that doesn't look right. I feel I need something to disguise this, but this doesn't feel right. Maybe we should just go with flowers. Or maybe it'll work once I have flowers. Let's see. Yeah, they're great. And then after the day, was it the Sunday? So the Sunday I went and I treated myself to the breakfast at the Chalkboard Cafe, and it was so nice just being there, looking at all the inspiration again. Right, so I think if we do this, and then we'll bring in, we do have the stamps as well, don't we? Bring some stamps in a little bit. I think we need to, oh, that's quite nice. Right, I think we need to sort of build this a little bit. We might have to cut some of this away, just because this part is, so if you overlap on this side, it's not so bad, but if you overlap on the side where the rings are, sometimes it can cause an issue. Right, we need something that's got the same dark pink. Look, that's cut off a topper. And just tuck that behind there. Oh, that looks better. See, now the hexagons are making a bit more sense now. They're a bit less random. Be with tea. That's where this whole collection started, with her. Be with tea. And this one I sort of cut off the stalk. Oh, I quite like that together. That almost looks like a little mummy bee watching the baby bee sleeping in the flower. Too cute. I love it. Yeah, so that was the full image, and then that was me sort of chopping into it. And I love this one too. The little bumblebee butt. Oh, things do amuse me. And the digital kits are just great for like very quickly being able to put things together. That is quite cute. I am happy with that. I feel that there's quite a bit of empty space there that we could maybe fill with stamps or something. But I think that works. Does it work? Does it work? I feel like I'm just faffing now. Something like that. Right, let's have a little look at the stamps, because I feel like this bit in the middle is just a bit too plain. I feel like we need to build the background up a little bit. What have I actually got here? I tell you, everything is still a little bit messed up from being down at the show. Oh, we've got some of these little worker stamps. So we've got this little hexagon one here, and then the little pollen one. So I think maybe we will go with that. I am going to do what I do when I'm by myself, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to take a photo. See, I do this. I take a photo so that I can roughly remember what I had. Oh, so that will take off. And then this will take off. And then I'm just going to add a bit more detail here because it's just a bit sad, quite frankly, at the minute. So we'll do a bit of loose, like not perfect stamping, but oh, I don't even know if that's showing up. Let's have a look. See, on camera it's just about catch it. Let's see what happens if I put you on this camera. Can you see? Oh, extreme close up of the ephemera. Yeah, you can just about see it. Oh look, it's so desaturated in this. Who knows? Sometimes I just can't work it all out. That just looks very desaturated. Lighting is such a funny thing. Right, let's just get that on there, and then I'm going to get the one that is the little dots, which in my head when I drew it was pollen. So we'll get some of that, and I think it was just looking really plain in that part. So it just felt like it needed a little bit of extra something. That lighting is really weird. I'm going to have to work that out next time. If I start fiddling with it now, it'll just cause issues. But I'll look at that later. And we also sort of try and work out what's occurred with the Instagram streaming. Right, let's put you back to here so that we can see the nice colours, because that looks a bit scary now, but hopefully once we've got all the things back in place it will look better. So we had this one here. Let's put her up there a little bit, because then we can cover. Oh, she's so cute. So cute. Yeah, so what date is it? The collection should be on my website. Can't see the date. It's the 19th, so I think it should be hopefully Friday. I need to wait for the stamps to arrive, but they are due on Friday, so it'll definitely by the weekend we will have it on my website. Bring that further down. I just think it looks like this little bee in a little flower bassinet. Mummy's just the little bumblebee's finally asleep. And the little mummy's managing to get a little bit of a cup of tea, finally. Get a bit of a rest before the next shift. Right. Now let me refer to my photograph. Now I can't even find it. There we go. Right, so we had some hexagons. Those two down first, because on my picture you can't actually really see the third, so I might just sort of tuck it in behind the flowers later. I'm going to chop this bit off because we don't actually use much of it, and I'm going to bring it in as far as I can because, to be honest, as I said, we will have to neaten up this side. So we could have actually done with flowers overlapping the edge this side, so we could maybe look at that in a little minute. That would have been quite nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I did another one just there. Let's do that. Good evening, Carol. How are you? Lovely to see you. So we are making a little shaped journal using the digital Bumble collection. So we're literally mostly playing with the digital kit. And the reason that I've gone journal and making our own journal is to show you that you can still go full-blown mixed media. I've not arranged this at all how I had it, so now we're just winging it because, yeah. I'm not sticking to the plan. I also could have made this quite dimensional as well, because the fact that it is a journal that'll have rings, we can make that as wide as we need it to be. Thank you, Carol. I'm so glad you like it. Right, let's have that there. And I need to have another little flower because we've got a random funny edge just there. So put that there, that covers that. Like so, and then we've got a little bumblebee here, although I have taken his antennae off, so I might just draw them back in. My desk is really squeaky, I apologise for that. Right, I quite like that. I do feel though that I want something, not the yellow. I'm wanting something popping off the edge here because we can get away with it here. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's go for that. Singing to myself now, never a good sign. Right, and then we need a sentiment. Right, as I said, I am going to have to just neaten this side. As much as I love how those leaves work, I also know that the book will not open. So we do need to sort of neaten it up at this side. So we'll see how it looks once I've done that. Probably not quite the same, but hey ho. Right, let's get... But we have managed to disguise that... Oh, sorry, I didn't put, I just went live. I didn't actually put up a thing saying I'm going live. It's half term here and yeah, I'm still not on normal. I still don't know what's happening from day to day. I just can't make plans. Right, now we've covered the holes, so let's put those back in. And then I am going, oh, the hole went right through the bumblebee. Poor little bumblebee's bottom. Right, let's draw a little line, and then we also need to add a sentiment. So we can see the sketchy lines of the hexagons there, so I'm going to go with a similar sort of sketchy line. And then this is where the fact that we hand cut it sort of becomes irrelevant, because we've added so much lovely detail at the edge. It suddenly becomes part of it and deliberate, rather than just something that looks a little bit dodgy. I'm actually going to go over these bits as well, because I don't really like them. I would have liked to have been able to leave them sort of dangling, but I have learned to my detriment before that you can't really have that in the spine section of a journal. You can have it overlap in this side, but not that side. And I'm just going to do it from here as well. Nice wiggly squiggly line. Like so. Oh, so cute. Right. Sentiment. What have we got? I've got some blue ones here. I think they'll go quite well because we've got the blue hexagons. I'm going to go for it. Beautiful moments. Very thick sheet of paper I printed that on. Maybe I should put it there. Decisions. Do you know what? It's because let's cut it in half. Yeah, it's there. Right, and edge it in black so it stands out. Sorry, stop talking at the same time as crafting. Oops. Little bit of glue. For those of you that just come on, we're making a shaped journal because I realised that the shape of this just looks really random right now, but it should make sense in just a moment. So we've got beautiful moments like that. Right, so let's grab, as I said, I'll just put the few pages that we have cut back together because it'll take forever just to watch me. So we have our front page, and I'll put that page in next. Right, so the fact that it starts to build up there, I think it will work. Right, so we've just got the 2 pages cut just with the holes in just now. So we do this, and then we grab our jump rings. So at the minute, these ones will probably be big enough, but if you end up finding out, oh, you're managing to use it fine, excellent, that's good. Right, if this journal ends up getting too big, we can change it and put bigger rings in. So all we're going to do is just loop those through. I love doing handmade journals. pop that in. And then what I would like to do is maybe, I don't know, maybe we need to finish it more, but like tie loads of ribbons and fibers and things like that, and then maybe also do one of the stamps on shrink plastic and have little charms coming down from it. The only trouble is that as you're taking the rings off and on, that might be a pain, so it might be something that you need to do once the journal's finished, if you know what I mean. There we go. So there, let's say that looks quite loose and floppy just now, but we do have all these pages still to go in it. And I will probably make more to still go in it. But you can imagine that once it's got a bit more in it, it'll start to get a bit chunky, especially as we work in it as well. So there we go. That is our shaped journal. It's acquired a bee. So there we go. So we will gradually start to work on this. I've just used the digital kit with this, and I've not put as much mixed media and stuff on it as I could. We could still go mad with all our texture pastes and things like that, which we still will as we complete the journal, which we'll probably do on some lives, but also sometimes when I'm doing with like texture paste and things that require drying time, it'll maybe come up as a YouTube tutorial because I can skip out the drying time. So there's a little page there, and then we'll just sort of see as it goes. So there we go. So I maybe have put the right, we are managing still to turn the pages, but that is also why you can't have too much extra on this side. So yeah, there we go. One shaped journal. And you could, a lot of the team did cards. I did have one to the side. Just, honestly, you should see my desk. Look. Utter devastation. I keep it close so that you're not seeing anything too much, but I did have somewhere to show you a card, but it seems to have, what's this? Nope, it seems to have disappeared, sorry. So yeah, with your digital things you can actually create shaped journals and cards as well. So that is me for tonight. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I'm just, as I'm talking, it's because hubby was down here. Ah, there's the mouse there. Couldn't see where you put the mouse to actually the love it and the devastation. Yeah. So Angelica, I would go and check your account to see if they have put the updated digital kit in your account. If it's not there, message me with your email and I will email it to you. And to everyone else, thank you so much. I will see you guys very, very soon. I should be back next Monday. It's half term at the minute, so I might be a bit quiet, but hopefully we'll have videos and bits and pieces going up as normal in the weeks to come. But thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Take care and goodbye. Once I manage to get my mouse to work. Okay guys, bye. Thank you so much.